I'm really moved and inspired by this. I want to say thank you, especially to Scott Mills for making this happen and making sure that I was here and showed up, and I get it because when you are honored by um, a legacy, a history that is as rich as the Apollo, you have to honor that. So what I'm hoping that most of us will do is understand. Before I, get into what I wanted to say, I hope that most of us will understand how important it is that we support these kinds of venues, that we give to these kinds of venues. Because there's so much that's happening in the world where people are trying to erase our history. They don't want it taught. They don't want it taught in schools. And that's going on. So it's so important that we ourselves make sure that our kids and other people know and remember the history. And on this stage and in this building, there have been some legends. And I don't want you ever to take that for granted, Harlem. Don't ever take this place for granted and what it means to us. Many of you may have heard me say this. My studio was once a former Confederate Army base where there were 3.9 million Negroes enslaved at the time, and there was Confederate soldiers plotting and planning on how to keep them enslaved. Well, now that land is owned by one Negro, and I know the importance of what it means to honor that, to honor the history of what it has been, and to redirect it and rechange it. So it's just very important to me that we all give and support. And with that said, I'd like to give $500,000 to make sure that this place continues to grow and thrive. I want my son to see it. I want your kids to see it. I want all of us to come. Give it up for the Apollo. Give it up for the Apollo. I can feel the ancestors up here, the ones who came before us. Last thing I'll tell you is this, and I just said this earlier today. I hadn't shared it with a lot of people, but last year my payroll, not the bills, the payroll, my payroll, I wrote checks for $154 million, and 98% of that was black people. That is the power of us. That is the power of understanding our stories, our messages, whether who gets it or who don't. Long as you walk your path, you understand who you're talking to, you know your audience. If you got a dream in this room, please hear me when I say this. Do not give up on your dreams. If I would have given up, I don't know who would be getting that payroll, or if there would be in Hollywood and people wouldn't let them in the door. When you come to Tyler Perry Studios, you see the most diverse group of people that you've ever seen working in the industry. And for that, I'm grateful and thankful. And I'm also very grateful and thankful for this award, this moment in time, and to be here on the Apollo stage and rub that log. God bless you. Thank you, guys. They told me I had 2 minutes, so thank you.